For CMA students, there are 6-7 classes we have done on Saturday. We have done on Saturday one part accounting, which you can say I taught the last subject financial reporting in ACCA. But I have not called the CMA students in financial reporting. Reason being that if I call them, then in that case it's guaranteed that they will never pass CMA exam. Because that much detailed knowledge in accounting CMA students are not required. Why the CMA student had joined the CMA course? One of the prominent reason, 2 exams. But CMA Institute is also making you Beukuf and you are becoming. It is not 2 exams, it is 12 subjects. In part 1, 6 subjects, in part 2, 6 subjects. In ACCA also there are 13 subjects. So you are in CMA US studying the same syllabus which ACCA is studying. But then when we are studying a particular course, the exam pattern and everything, we need to behave like that. So CMA students don't need to have so much knowledge of accounting, financial accounting. So they are never called in financial reporting subject. Because I want to make you pass, I don't need to make you fail the exam. So you are not called. So I have taught basic PL account, balance sheet, then cash flow adjustments, then some basic accounting adjustments which are relevant for the exam. I always say that in CMA US part 1, part A, we do selective study. And we are doing part F, which is IT area, which is there in PM also for ACCA students. You can do those classes when I will be teaching at the end, but not required. Whatever your syllabus that we are doing, we have done F1, F2, F3, F4 is left. The target is that to complete that in the next coming class on Saturday. That means I mean to say that if you open, because when you joined, I gave you the first class video, every student, and I say, by haath jodkar binti karke 500 baar, see all these videos, but not a single student want to see. Because they want to do very fast something. There is no shortcut for success. If you see the first class video freely available on YouTube, it will be there in the software. You will be able to understand the exam pattern and everything for CMA US. I am not discussing here CMA US exam paper pattern. Similarly for CIMA students, their case study exam, the pattern and all that, ample of videos are there in YouTube. And normally Atharva, Devasri and Tajamul, all are already existing students. They know the case study exam pattern. I am not discussing that. But for ACCA, there are many new students. I am discussing for them the exam pattern. The exam pattern is section A, B, C. 3 parts are there for ACCA. Section A, there are 15 objective type questions, 2 marks each. Whether the question is difficult, then also 2 marks. Easy, then also 2 marks. Every question is of 2 marks. Right 2 marks, wrong 0. Computer checking. That is OT means not multiple choice. 1 question, 4 answer. You need to select one category. Another category, 1 question, 4 options. Maybe more than 1 is correct. 2 or 3 options are correct. Filling the blanks, match the following, drag and drop. There are different categories are there which are called objective type questions. 15 questions of 2 marks each. Section B. Again 15 questions of 2 marks each. But in section B, 1 scenario, 5 question, second scenario, 5 question, third scenario, 5 questions. That means in section B, it is objective type, but based on 3 scenarios. Every scenario, 5 questions of 2 marks each. That is again objective type. For part A and B, which is 30, 60 marks, there is no working, no explanation required in the exam. You just need to give the correct answer, that's all. How you are getting the correct answer, Jai Mata Di or anything, the institute is not concerned. In CMA US, 100 questions, first 3 hours is objective type. But in CMA, they are properly following MTQ, multiple choice question, MCQ. They are not saying drag and drop, filling the blanks and all that. It is pure multiple choice questions. So you can say that in CMA US, this is of 100 questions. In ACCA, this is of 60 questions. Sorry, 60 marks, 30 questions. In CMA US, 100 questions to be solved in 3 hours. When we think that multiple choice exam is simple, because that's the notion in the market. That's purely wrong notion. If the exam is essay type, explanation type, you will be getting part marking. You can easily pass the exam. But if the question is multiple choice, that's very difficult exam. Maybe we are thinking that jo hoga tick kar denge, but that will not be possible. You can't pass the exam if you don't have the knowledge, very sound understanding of the concepts. So any exam in the world, whether it's CAT, GMAT, any exam, when it is multiple choice, it is a difficult exam. So 60 marks multiple choice exam, and every time when the student gives the exam, the new student don't understand this. But those who have given the exam for any other subject of ACCA or CMA US, they will only be able to tell you objective types are very difficult. They will be telling you essay type is easy to manage. So in ACCA, the section C each 20 marks, each 2 question essay type. You need to show the working, you need to show the calculation, you will write your theory and everything. In CMA US also last 1 hour essay type. 4 hours exam, 3 hour multiple choice and 1 hour essay type. In essay type, you will get part marking. Whatever portion you have done correct, whatever you have written correct, you will get marks. So in essay type, whether it's ACCA, whether it's CMA student, those who are studying properly, they are easily scoring 50% marks. In ACCA 40 marks, 20 plus, most of the students are scoring in essay type questions. In CMA US, out of 100 marks, which is 125 marks they say, 125 marks, more than 50%, most of the students are scoring. So the students are failing because of multiple choice. They are taking it non-seriously, they are thinking, jo to tick laga denge. Nahi sir. Multiple choice matlab pura syllabus. You need to study thoroughly the entire syllabus, then only you will be able to score proper marks in multiple choice. They have said that in section C for ACCA, that they will be covering this area of the syllabus. I am not concerned what they are saying, even though I have written and I will be telling what they are saying, but still this is not the important thing to discuss in the class. So this is the exam, 3 hours exam, 100 marks paper, part A, part B, part C, 3 parts are there, and total 100 marks paper, we need to score 50 marks to pass the exam. Whether it is difficult, it is very easy. You will say, sir, course is easy. It is easy, reason being that because you are studying 1 subject at a time. CMA students 6 subjects at a time. ACCA 1 subject at a time. For that reason, it is easy. Passing ACCA is far easier than passing CMA US. It's fact. Because in CMA US, there are so very different areas which you need to be very confident while giving the exam. But in ACCA, you are focusing on 1 area. Like in Indian course, we are having group exams, 4 subjects, accounts, tax, audit, law, costing, whatever. Then in that case, at the time of exam, we are puzzled. If we are studying accounts, we are leaving other 3, studying this, leaving that 3, that problem arises. So in Indian exams, we are failing because of the group structure. You need to study 3-4 things together. In CMA US also 6 things together. It's not easy to pass the exams. Neither in Jan-Feb, neither in Jan-Feb 25 also. It's not a question of Jan-Feb. It's a question that syllabus is very fast. And you need to, on your toes, regular revision. If every course will be like this, that you study 1 thing at a time, the pass percentage will be very high. It's not that the course is less, syllabus is less, questions are easy. But since you focus 1 thing at a time, if you focus 1 thing at a time, it is always easy to clear that, to pass that. But then still, in ACCA also failures are there. In ACCA also most of the students don't give exam because lack of commitment. Initially they start, maybe they are studying on their own, self-study, maybe they are taking classes. जब तक मैं 15-20 दिन 1 महीना में पढ़ाऊंगा, वो कुछ पढ़ते ही नहीं है. No study at all. No doubts in the class, nothing. फिर बाद में जब एग्जाम फॉर्म भरने का टाइम आएगा इन जनवरी एंड, सर आई एम नॉट गिविंग एग्जाम, सर प्रॉब्लम अराइजेस इन माय फैमिली, सर ऑफिस में प्रेशर ज्यादा है, उठ पटांग यू आर बकिंग. यू आर सेइंग ओनली प्योरली उठ पटांग. देयर इज नो लॉजिक फॉर दिस, नो लॉजिक फॉर दिस. फिर आप जनवरी में डिसाइड किए यू आर नॉट गिविंग एग्जाम इन मार्च, यू स्टॉप द क्लासेस ऑल्सो. यू आर थिंकिंग दैट जून विल नेवर कम एंड द टाइम विल नेवर स्टॉप. We are standing on 13th of January, December. You will find that Happy New Year आ गया और exam आ गया. ऐसे. So if you don't regularly study, don't focus regularly, you can never give exam. If somebody will say that I am CMA US student, sir, I can plan for February exam. 100% man. Total around 200 hours of study. 90 days are left. So 200 hours can't you study in 90 days? Then to you can never study भाई. आपको लग रहा है कि आप मई जून में एग्जाम दोगे. क्यों दोगे मई जून में? क्यों नहीं एग्जाम देंगे? जितना डिले करेंगे उतना फेल होंगे. जितना ज्यादा लेट करेंगे उतना चांसेस ऑफ फेलियर्स विल अराइज. Now somebody will say that, sir, if we don't fail, how we will overcome? Failures are it's bullshit. Failures are not the pillars of success. Only success are the pillars of success. If you get success, you are rejuvenated. You are in juice. You want to do so many things. If you fail the exam, you are very sad. You are demotivated. You are not liking anything. You are not enjoyable. You are not happy. How can you win the world? If we are happy, then we can win the world. But why that in the life the failure will arise? Why? If I am committed, if I will study, why I will fail? Fail होने के लिए दम चाहिए. This is my word always. Fail होने के लिए दम चाहिए. आप अगर मेरी बात मानेंगे, रेगुलरली पढ़ेंगे, आप एग्जाम फरवरी में सीएमए यूएस का देंगे, मार्च में एसीसीए का देंगे, पास भी होंगे. आप रेगुलरली 2 घंटे पढ़िए. Those who have joined today in CMA US, you start doing the last recording classes of 6-7 classes of Saturday. Take a target that within 1 month by 15th of January, slightly with some extra study, you complete them. Wherever you will find problem, doubts, I am there, I am Jinda. And along with that, don't keep backlog of this. This will be also always in priority with the classes. Maybe those you can complete by January end tak, धीरे-धीरे करके. Whether you will give your exam, first of all, you should commit, I will give exam. And second, exam form, nobody need to fill up now. Exam form we will fill up by January end. लेकिन आप कुछ पढ़ोगे ही नहीं तो आप जनवरी एंड में कैसे कॉल लोगे कि आई विल गिव एग्जाम? फिर आप सोचोगे आप मई जून में दोगे, देना भाई, और गड़बड़ होगा और फेल होंगे. जिस समय जो काम होना है उस समय ही होना पड़ेगा, उसको डिले नहीं कर सकते. डिले इज फेलियर, बिगर फेलियर देन गिविंग द एग्जाम. सो इसलिए डिले नहीं करना है. एंड व्हेन यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग क्वेश्चंस ऑन योर ओन, you will practice questions in a time constrained environment. Mock papers and all that we will be taking in the class. You need to always follow ki exam mein you will not be getting 10 hours to solve. Whatever time you will be getting in exam, that time management you should be always doing once a topic is complete. Suppose I am going to teach something today that is discussed today. You practice that, you did whatever done in the class, extra questions. Now, whenever you will be doing revision of that, you will manage time. You will see that if this is a question of 10 marks, that means 10 into 1.8, because we say generally 100 marks, 180 minutes. So 10 into 1.8, 18 minutes, say 20 minutes, you need to solve within 20 minutes, on screen, on Word file or Excel file, whatever is the case of the question. Always focus on time management while you are studying. And at the time of exam, 15, 20 days before the exam, purely 100% focus on time management so that we can give the exam, we can pass the exam. अभी तो फिर भी चलिए टाइम पे ध्यान नहीं देंगे, but always we need to focus on time. For ACCA student, the accaglobal.com website, this is the website, accaglobal.com, study support resources under students, under study support resources ACCA qualification, under ACCA qualification PM performance management, under performance management it is institute practice platform. In this institute practice platform, login. For logging into this platform, you need to use your ACCA institute registered ID and password. Once you use your registered ID and password, it is taking to a new website, the connected website. In this connected website, this is the screen. Now in the screen right hand side, all subjects details are there. We are concerned with performance management. performance management. In the performance management, there is one is official resources. Official resources include past exam library. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 papers are there. Practice exam library. 3 papers are there. Specimen exam. 1 paper is there. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1, 8. That means 8 papers are given on the institute website for practice purpose. We can't practice now because we can do this only when we complete the syllabus. But these 8 papers are there. Now out of these 8 papers, suppose one of the paper I am assigning. Assigning means it is assigned to me. Now in the left hand side, I will be looking at PM. In the left hand side, PM specimen. I have assigned myself PM specimen paper. In the left hand side, I can see PM assigned. It is asking, do you want to take this exam? I am saying yes. So exam is starting. Now all the instructions are written. The same instructions will be there in the exam hall also. Students should be reading these instructions, so that in the exam you can save your time and you can be less tensed. For that reason, I am not reading these instructions. I am just doing next. And then they are saying, do you want to start the exam? I am saying yes. Section A, 15 questions will start. Now this is the first question. It's a 2 marks question. Some details are given and answer I need to select. Suppose this is the answer. Suppose I have not studied anything. Jai Mata Di. Whether it is possible that this is the answer. 25% probability that this is the answer. Because out of 4 answer, 1 will be correct. But believe me, nobody can pass the exam. If they think like this, they can pass. 75% chance that you are wrong. And 75% is very high probability. Maybe 2, 3, 4 questions you can do correct by doing Jai Mata Di Allah, but you can't pass the exams. Passing marks you will not be able to score. So first question. Then the second question, filling the blanks. The first one was selecting the best option. The third question is again filling the blanks. The fourth question is which 2, not only 1. Suppose these 2 are answer. The fifth question is select out of the different options. The sixth question is drag and drop. This here and all that. Different categories of questions are there. For that reason, it is not called multiple choice. It is called objective type question. Now suppose I don't want to do part A first. I want to do part B. So I will click navigate. Under navigate, all the entire paper is given here. I am going in section B. Section B. Next, one scenario on the left hand side, big write-up. On the basis of this write-up, there are 5 questions. First, which is again multiple choice type. Second, which is filling the blank, same write-up. Third, which 3, which is not multiple choice. Out of the options, 3 are correct, but same scenario. On the basis of same scenario, fourth question. And on the basis of same scenario, fifth question. Now when I will go next, this is the next different scenario. So on the basis of each scenario, 5 questions are each. No working, nothing is required. Just that you need to do what is the answer, that's all. How you are getting, no concern. Then suppose I want to go into section C straight away. Section C, there are 2 questions of 20 marks each. In section C, there is a scenario in the left hand side, and then based on the scenario, 4 marks question, 2 marks question, 5 marks question. These questions are calculation based. For that reason, they have given Excel. If these questions are theory based, then they will not be giving you Excel, they will be giving you Word file. That is the same scenario, but around 11 marks question numerical, 9 marks question theory. This is first question. You need to type your theory here only. Then comes the second question, when you will be giving exam, sitting in home or in the exam center, both the options are available. The paper, the screen will be like this only. This is exactly exam screen feeling. How the questions will open, how we can write the answers and all that. Again the second question, some other parts are there. Now suppose I want to finish this. I am saying end exam. Yes, it is asking twice that do I want to end the exam and all that. It is asking twice. End exam कर दिया मैंने. Now I want to exit. Exit करने के बाद I need to check model answers. I need to compare my answer. So on you are in the same screen which was earlier. Go in the mark tab. In the mark tab, the PM. In the mark tab, PM subject. In the mark tab, PM subjects. अरे यार. In the mark tab, PM subject, PM specimen, self-mark means you want to see your answers, institute answer, model answers, marking guidelines, everything. So it is taking you to that answer portal. In the mark tab, the answers will be there. Now this is first question which I did. Was correct. What a lovely. The first question I did by fluke. That is correct. If I want to see the sample answer, this is the question, this is my answer. If I want to see the model answer, in the left hand side the model answer is also written. Okay? The second question, for the second question, I don't know whether, because I have not done any question, I have just said that in the left hand side answer, here this is, suppose you don't want to see, you just want to see part C answers. Go in part C, next. The next button is there. Tab is there. Next, 31. We have not answered anything. 31 number. Let's it open. It is taking time. Now, it is the question. This is my answer, nothing. I want to see the model answers. When I click sample answer, then in the left hand side, the sample answer is opening. This sample answer, I can increase the size. I can see, I can take copy paste of this, screenshot of this, along with the sample answer marking guidelines, on which point marks will be awarded to the student. The entire question marks, how the marking guidelines is operating. That is written. That means the student will be able to practice just like exam, the questions on the ACCA website, and on the website they can check their answers, they can evaluate their marks and everything. This is just that ACCA Institute is helping freely to all the ACCA subscribed students, which is not there in case of CMA US and CIMA. Okay. In CIMA, I can say that they have created a separate platform for FLP students. They are getting mock papers there, they can answer there. But for CMA students, I think the institute need to develop slightly more. They need to develop on the website platform where the students can practice the mocks and all that, because all the international institutes have, but in CMA US it is less. No problem. Now, if you don't want to go for the time being on the institute practice platform, you can go in the past term exam library, past exam library. Under past exam library, same questions which are there in the practice, all are question answer. All terms question answer are given in PDF format. You can download them and you can practice on your own Word file, on your own Excel. There is no problem. You can check with this. But I generally advise students should be practicing on the practice platform only. This practice platform developed by the institute in 2020 at the time of Corona. And they started in 2020 home-based exam also. And now they are further developing continuously in this. Earlier there were 1 or 2 papers. Now there are 8-9 papers. Every term the number of papers are increasing. And they are never going to stop the exam home-based or computer-based, center-based. Both exam options are there. Now normally the student asks that, sir, what I should do? Whether I should give exam on home, remote basis, or whether I should give exam in exam center. I will say that both have advantage, disadvantage. If exam center is around 20, 30, 40, 50 kilometers away from my place, I should be giving exams sitting in home. Sitting in home, the drawback is there. Maybe there is internet failure. Maybe there is load shedding. Maybe any issue, technical issue arises. You don't have to. Those who have given exam last week, ACCA exams were there last week, and their exam could not be concluded because of these issues. They are given the option to give exam in this week again. The institute is giving one more opportunity that you can give it. Suppose in this week also there is a load shedding or something. Your money will be there. You can use your money in next term to give the exam. If you are giving exam center, the problems will be settled by the exam center authority. Whether it's internet, whether it's electricity and all that. That problem which is there in home, that problem is not there. But you need to go there. The extra time which for going there. When we give exam from home, this is my keyboard. This is my computer. I am using my keyboard, my computer on which I am habituated. But in the exam hall, the keyboard and computer of the exam center, maybe I am not liking that. Reason is not that is bad. The habit. Because human beings are superstitious, human beings are habituated. So if I am using a particular camera, particular laptop, particular mobile, particular calculator, then in that case I want to use that only. So with the home, that option is there. In home, you will be able to switch on your AC, you can switch off, you can do whatever you like. But in the home, your room should be closed by 4 walls and gates. Nobody should come in 3 hours. You cannot go out. And in your desktop, other than the computer and keyboard, nothing should be there. So all the formalities are there, which is there from home. I generally personally like home-based exam better than center-based exam. There may be one benefit in center-based, that they are responsible for arranging internet, electricity and all that. In my home, I am responsible. So when I am giving exam from home remote basis, I will ask my family members not to use the internet during that time. Because let my exam finish, everybody can use the internet. There is no problem. And on the institute website, all the videos and every instructions are given. How can you book and how can you give your remote basis exam? Even you go on my YouTube channel and you type in my YouTube channel remote based exam video, it will come out. You can see that video also. I'm not going into further detail, but just that my personal liking is home based exam better than center based exam. The exam form need to be filled up by 31st January for March exam. I will remind all of you when the result for a December exam will come around 15th or 28th of January. I will remind to all of you, fill up the exam form. I can see that if somebody is committed to give exam in March, why not you fill the exam form now only? Go on the ACCA website, use your ID and password, book the exam now only. Because by that you will be more committed. See, my students want to give exam in May or in February. Book the exam now only. CMA students want to give exam in February, say 28 February. Book the exam now only. If you book the exam earlier, you are more committed. Now you can't change that. You are forced to do that. Then in that, because life is like that. Unless and until we don't get force, we don't follow that. So for that reason, I will advise everybody should book the exam. Everybody can book the exam by January end for February term, March term. I will remind to all of you. But then you can book now also, there is no problem. And booking the exam now is much better than booking the exam in January end. Because you will be motivated, committed from now only. I have to study, I have to pass the exams and all that. So this is, you can say, a basic overview of ACCA syllabus, paper, pattern and everything. In multiple choice question, generally there is no part marking. Generally, 99%. Maybe in some questions, suppose drag and drop, and there are 4 drag and drop. For 2 correct, 2 wrong, you may be getting 1 marks. But wo manna muskil hai, janna. We can't estimate from there. What is in the computer software program, they have decided, nobody knows. So normally, since 99% no part marking, we will say fully correct 2 marks, whatever partial wrong 0 marks. That we should always assume. बिकॉज कौन से क्वेश्चन में कुछ पार्ट मार्किंग वो लोग कर देते हैं पता नहीं. So for that reason, multiple choice computer based checking, and in that case purely right full marks, wrong 0, partial wrong 0. We should assume this only. Now, before proceeding starting our syllabus or anything, anybody has anything to